Why are people so fascinated with you?
People always ask me that, and I don't know, I'm just living my life.
I don't know, it's something that's very personal and not something I like talking about.
I created this character inside of this place because I just wanted...
Just now, her name is being whispered again, but not for the reasons you might think. Once the queen of Hollywood's party scene and star of The Simple Life, Paris Hilton seemed to disappear from the spotlight. But it wasn't just the glitz that faded. Something darker kept her out of the headlines. Have you heard about the scandal that rocked her life and never let go? Tune in as we dive into the moment that changed everything for Paris Hilton, when betrayal and fame collided. The scandal that changed everything. She was once one of the biggest names in Hollywood, well known for her glamorous lifestyle and constant public appearances. Her fame grew even more thanks to her reality TV show, The Simple Life. However, these days it seems that she is no longer in the spotlight as much. So what happened to her? And why has she stepped away from the public eye? There's a deeper, untold story that has kept her in the shadows, something far more unsettling than anyone ever imagined. She's certainly still active, but it seems her constant partying and social life have taken a different direction. Instead of just being a socialite, she has turned her activities into a business strategy. But even with her shift in focus, some things from her past are hard to shake. In 2004, she faced one of the most difficult moments of her public life when a private video, known as One Night in Paris, was leaked to the public. This scandal quickly spread across media outlets and left a lasting impact on her reputation. Despite the passing of time, the incident continued to follow her, casting a shadow over much of her career. The video became one of the defining moments in her life, often overshadowing her other achievements and contributions. As years passed, she worked to rebuild her image through various business projects, including her own brands in fashion, perfumes, and accessories. She sought to prove that she was more than just a party girl, hoping to shift focus away from the scandal. However, the story continued to resurface, particularly during moments when she tried to reestablish herself in the public eye. She believed her ex-boyfriend, Rick Salomon, was behind the leak of the private video, which she saw as a betrayal. The video's release brought intense media attention and had a strong emotional effect on her. She was only 19 when the video was made, making the situation even more painful due to her youth and vulnerability. The incident affected her personal life in many ways, making it difficult for her to trust others, particularly in relationships. The sense of betrayal she felt from someone she had been close to created a lasting emotional scar. This event played a significant role in shaping her future relationships, as it became harder for her to open up to others without fearing another betrayal. For her, this wasn't just a public scandal, but a personal heartbreak that changed how she viewed those around her. Being so young when it all happened made the situation even more difficult to handle. The attention and judgment from the public put her under intense scrutiny, something that many people might find overwhelming at such an age. She found herself facing not only the media's critical gaze, but also dealing with the emotional fallout of having her trust shattered in such a public and humiliating way. The public's reaction to the video also reflected a broader issue of how the private lives of celebrities are often exploited for entertainment. Her experience highlighted how someone's personal life can become a commodity in the public eye, regardless of the emotional damage it causes. In her case, the betrayal by a close partner and the resulting media frenzy made it a particularly painful chapter in her life, one that had both personal and professional consequences. Despite her efforts to rebuild and move forward, the incident remained a constant reminder of the challenges of living in the spotlight and the long-term effects of public scandal. But this wasn't the worst part of her public controversies. In 2012, a recording of her surfaced on Radar Online, capturing a conversation she had in a taxi. In the audio, she was heard making harsh remarks about gay men, saying they were disgusting and even stating, "Most of them probably have AIDS." Once the recording became public, her team scrambled to explain her comments. They claimed her words were taken out of context. They insisted that she has always been a supporter of the LGBTQ+ community and didn't mean to insult anyone. Even though this incident didn't end her career, it certainly didn't help her reputation. Just when things seemed calm, something from her past stirred up more trouble. The controversial words she regrets. Another damaging moment for her came from something she reportedly said back in 1999. According to a book by journalist Neil Strauss called Everyone Loves You When You're Dead, she made a racist comment during an interview. She talked about going on a date with an actor from Saving Private Ryan, but when she realized he was black, she made up an excuse to leave. She even went as far as saying, "I can't stand black guys." As society's views on race and discrimination have changed, these kinds of comments likely made it harder for her to remain as popular as she once was. According to a report by Slate, many people thought she was talking about the actor Vin Diesel when she mentioned the movie Saving Private Ryan. They believed she was referring to him as the star of the film. In the same conversation, it was reported that the interviewer, Strauss, questioned her about her dating preferences, particularly regarding individuals from different racial backgrounds. She allegedly responded with a statement that shocked many. "Even 1% is too much for me." This remark sparked further controversy around her public persona, already known for its share of contentious moments. Her attempts to be taken more seriously in the entertainment world have often faced criticism. Despite not being primarily known for her acting skills, she pursued roles in several movies. Unfortunately, most of these efforts were met with little success. Her first significant role came in the 2005 horror film House of Wax. The movie was heavily criticized by both critics and audiences, garnering only a 25% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Her performance was singled out, resulting in her receiving the infamous Golden Raspberry Award, commonly known as a Razzie, for Worst Supporting Actress. Like many celebrities with limited recognition for talent, her attempts to shift public perception through film have largely been seen as unsuccessful, with her award for Worst Actress adding to her already controversial reputation. But that wasn't the worst part. The next year, she dyed her hair brunette for another movie called Bottoms Up, which came out on DVD. This movie did even worse, scoring only 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. But maybe her most criticized work came in 2008 with the comedy The Hottie and the Naughty. This movie got an unbelievably low rating of 4% and earned her 2 more Razzies. At one point, it was ranked as the worst movie ever on IMDb. She isn't just trying to be an actress. She also runs her own accessory business that sells things like handbags, wallets, makeup cases, and jewelry. She also has a line of perfumes. Her business included a wide range of products, such as fashion accessories and perfumes. This change in focus allowed her to prove that she was more than just a celebrity known for her lifestyle. She was determined to show that hard work could turn her fame into a real business. Running multiple product lines meant she had to stay busy and work hard, managing her growing brand and making important business decisions. Traveling became a big part of her life, not just for fun, but for work. She constantly traveled around the world to promote her products and meet with partners. This busy schedule was very different from the carefree lifestyle she had in her younger years. Now her trips were about building her empire and keeping her business successful. Over time, she built an impressive business with many different products, proving that she could succeed in the world of business. She didn't just rely on her past fame to keep her going. She worked hard to expand her brand and keep up with new opportunities. The success of her brand showed how much effort she put into making her business grow. Life became very busy for her as she juggled multiple responsibilities, such as launching new products, working with business partners, and traveling for work. While this new life was full of work, it was also a sign of how far she had come from her early days of fame. She had grown from someone known mostly for her public appearances to someone who had built a real and lasting business. People began to recognize her for more than just her image. They saw her as a serious entrepreneur who had built something valuable. Despite all the challenges she faced, she proved that she could adapt and stay successful in a competitive world. Her ability to grow her business showed that she had changed into a strong and determined businesswoman. The shift in her life showed how much she had evolved. She no longer depended on her socialite status to stay in the public eye. Instead, she became known for her business skills and hard work. The business empire she created was a sign of her growth and determination, and it showed how much she had changed as a person. It's not just about fun and games. In 2014, she talked to Women's Wear Daily about how much time she spends traveling. She estimated she had traveled 300 out of the last 365 days. She explained that these glamorous appearances aren't just for fun, they're part of her business strategy. She continued by explaining how people first became aware of her. She was known as a New York socialite, a young woman who seemed to be at every party and club. However, she pointed out that she had turned this image into a profitable business. Though it might appear that she was simply enjoying herself and living a glamorous life under the public eye, she emphasized that there was much more going on behind the scenes. Building and maintaining her brand required a great deal of effort and dedication. Paris Hilton's friendships were as messy as her public life, and one breakup hit harder than the rest, from Nicole Richie to Kim Kardashian. She was not just someone enjoying fame, she was managing an empire, a large and successful business built on the attention she had attracted from the media and public. She may not be the best singer or dancer out there, but that didn't stop her from giving the music industry a try. When she dropped her debut album at the height of her fame, it didn't take over the charts as some might have hoped. It reached number 6 on the Billboard 200, which is pretty good, but not quite a chart topper. Still, many people have listened to her 2006 song, Stars Are Blind, and they are certainly not alone. In a 2013 interview with Billboard, she looked back on her early music career with a smile. She expressed happiness that Stars Are Blind is still loved by many and that it is remembered fondly. For her, the lasting popularity of the song is a point of pride. But there's more to the story. Her second album has been in the works for what seems like forever. She teased it back at the 54th Annual Grammy Awards, saying that it would have a different sound than her first album, leaning more into house and dance music, which she's always been passionate about. That was back in 2012, and yet we're still waiting. In a 2017 interview with Time magazine, she mentioned she was back in the studio, working on music that blended deep house, technopop, and electropop. But until that album actually drops, there's still a lot of doubt. Now let's not forget her famous friendships. She's had some really close bonds that didn't last. In 2005, her friendship with Nicole Richie, her co-star on The Simple Life, started to crumble. When asked about it, she kept it vague, saying Nicole knows what she did and left it at that, without explaining any further. And then there's the story with Kim Kardashian. After The Simple Life ended, she and Kim drifted apart. Kim, who used to be seen as her sidekick, quickly rose to fame in her own right, especially after she too released a personal video. This led to the launch of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, a show that soon became much more popular than The Simple Life. It seemed like she wasn't too happy about Kim's newfound fame, especially considering she once took Kim under her wing. But that's not the only thing that bothered her. In a 2008 radio show, someone made a harsh comment about Kim Kardashian's looks, comparing her to cottage cheese in a trash bag. They didn't hold back with their words. This caused a big reaction, with the response being, "Oh, it's on." Lindsay Lohan, a friend of both her and Kim Kardashian, also faced her share of mean remarks. Back in 2006, a video showed people laughing as Brandon Davis insulted Lohan, calling her fire crotch, which was meant to be hurtful. Even though there had been problems in the past, she started to make amends. In September 2017, she posted a sweet birthday message to Nicole Richie on Instagram, celebrating their friendship. By August 2018, Richie confirmed they were still close, even though they hadn't spoken in a while. Over time, many of their old misunderstandings seemed to fade away. Nicole hinted that the issues from before were behind them and forgotten. She, who was once known for her soft, high-pitched voice that got a lot of attention, later confessed that it wasn't her real voice. She shared that her real voice is deeper, and she had been using the higher voice as a strategy since she was young to influence people. Her sister, Nikki Hilton, backed this up, saying she would switch to a higher, sweeter voice when she wanted something. But this wasn't the worst part. In the world of celebrities, how they act can make or break their careers. She faced a tough moment during a 2011 interview on ABC's Good Morning America. The interviewer, Dan Harris, questioned if she was still relevant compared to other reality stars of the time. She got upset and left the interview, but she later came back and handled the situation professionally, explaining how she was working on new projects and continuing to evolve. Even though she recovered well, her initial reaction showed a more vulnerable side to her in the industry. At the beginning of 2018, she received an unforgettable gift from her boyfriend, Chris Zilka, who acted in The Amazing Spider-Man. He proposed to her with a stunning 20-carat diamond ring. In an interview with People magazine, she expressed how overjoyed she was. She felt incredibly happy, secure, and loved. Chris seemed like her perfect match, And for a moment, she believed in fairy tales, realizing early on that she wanted to spend her life with him. Even though everyone was excited and talking about their wedding happening in 2018, she later said in August that they were postponing it to 2019 because they were both so busy. But as time went on, it became clear that the wedding wouldn't happen at all. On November 19, 2018, a close source revealed to People magazine that the couple had broken up a few weeks earlier. She felt that their relationship had moved too fast and wasn't the right fit for her. She wished him the best and hoped they could stay friends. But this wasn't the hardest part. Her life was still incredibly busy. She traveled around the world to promote her skincare and perfume brands, which made her decision to end the engagement more understandable. It was tough to plan a wedding while constantly flying in her private jet. Looking for something new, she explored virtual reality. The Netflix documentary American Meme showed a glimpse of her new project. She shared that she wanted an escape, and that's why she started building her own virtual world. In this digital space, she could party, connect with her fans, and even DJ in Ibiza, all from the comfort of her home. Even though most people didn't associate her with virtual reality, she was really excited about the technology. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she said she's always been into tech, staying ahead of trends and enjoying being a pioneer. Her move into creating a virtual world was also a way to stay relevant. She talked about how important it is to build a legacy that lasts. She's committed to staying innovative and making sure she remains a part of the conversation, no matter how the world changes. And there you have it, the many twists and turns of Paris Hilton's life. Can a single scandal truly define someone's entire career? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.